What's up, YouTube? Happy Tuesday, February 7th. I'm happy, okay, because today is voting for Miss Health and Fitness 2017. I was accepted to participate in this competition, and you can vote for me if you'd like. Here's the link if you want to vote for me. That'd be awesome. I think you can vote once per day, or you can buy warrior votes and half the proceeds go to building homes for wounded warriors. So you can do either of those two. It's also on my Facebook. Facebook's right here. It's also on my Instagram. Instagram's right here. Twitter, right here too. So it's on all my social medias. It'd be awesome if you could just take a moment out of your day to vote for me if you want. This will probably be up either today on February 7th or tomorrow on February 8th. So either way, you can still vote for me. It'd be awesome, and I'd greatly appreciate it. I am about to go crush legs at the gym. Drinking my pre-workout. And yeah, I got my hair done. So cute. Thanks to my boyfriend, Tanner. Today, I am going to talk about carb cycling because I've had a lot of people come up to me and ask me about carb cycling, what it is, how it works for your body, what to do, etc. So I'm going to talk about it. So that'll be later in the video. Alright, what's up, YouTube? So I told you guys I was going to talk about carb cycling because I've had like multiple questions about it, and I just kind of want to like explain it to you guys, and yeah, something like that. So I have my notes because I tend to forget things and I want to talk about like everything. So here we go. So carb cycling to me is like a good food plan with flexibility. Say you do like 2 low carb days, 1 high carb day, 2 low carb days, 1 high carb day, or you can do 3 low carb days, 1 high carb day, just repeating. Or if you wanted to and you train like super hard and you're not on prep for competition, you could do like 2 low carb days, 2 high carb days, or like 3 low carb days, 2 high carb days. Just, it's like a cycle. You're like cycling your carb days. So your high carb days would be when you were training legs or glutes or like a bigger muscle in your body, or where you're training harder. A low carb day would be on like a smaller muscle group day that you're training. If you're doing like steady state cardio, low carb day. If you're doing HIIT and legs, high carb day. Simple as that. 2 things that I think carb cycling helps is reducing body fat and increasing your gym performance. So doing like 2 low carb days with 1 high carb day after kind of like gives you a little bit more energy, especially that high carb day where you're replenishing your body with more carbs than you usually were. Those past 2 days, you get like so much more energy and you feel so much more energized. If you're like just starting out carb cycling, like if you haven't done it before, like have no idea what it is or haven't experienced it before, you can feel like lagging in the gym. You can feel kind of tired. You might have like a headache, or you might even have cravings, because if you went from eating junk food, McDonald's every day, drinking pop, and you just like eliminated all that and started carb cycling and just started like eating clean foods, you might be like having a withdrawal basically. So you could be withdrawing from like your sugar, salt, greasy foods, stuff like that. So one thing I recommend before even starting carb cycling is to wean yourself off of pop or candy bars. Say if you have like 2 candy bars a day, cut down to like 1 or half of a candy bar. Because if you just like cut it out, some people can just cut it out and like progress, but some people have to like wean themselves off of it because they will feel really terrible. So that's one thing, is wean yourself off of the foods you have been eating if you haven't carb cycled before. Yeah, so basically you're increasing your carb intake on days where you train harder, so legs, glutes, HIIT, stuff like that. What I do is I take my planner like this. I take this big planner and I write down what days I'm having low carb days, what days I'm having high carb days, and then I'm writing down my training so that I know that I'm having a high carb day on my leg day. Right now, since I'm on prep for a competition, my coach has me on 2 low carb days followed by 1 high carb day. So that 1 high carb day, I always make sure it's, well, sometimes it doesn't work that way, but I always try and make sure it's on a leg day or a glute day, because if I'm training legs and shoulders, I want to have that higher carb intake because I'm training 2 body parts. It could be different for you, but that's just what works for me. Because I feel like when you train legs, you're using more energy, obviously. When I'm training legs, I just want that extra boost of carbs. Reducing your carb intake on rest days or days spent training less hard than high carb days. One pro of carb cycling is it allows you to like eliminate some of the more harsh side effects of other diet plans. Say like, what's a diet plan? I don't know. Like 21 Day Fix. I don't have anything against that. It works for some people. It worked for me, and I lost like 30 pounds doing 21 Day Fix Beachbody. If you want to know about that, go watch my story video, like my first video I posted on YouTube. But a diet plan like that, where you're only getting like a little container of carbs, a little container of fats, a little container of protein, those might have, that type of diet plan might have more harsh side effects on you because you feel like you're starving, basically. And then you're working out in addition to that. So you're like starving and you're super hungry and you are working out hard and you're just like crashing every day because you need food. So carb cycling does not do that to you. I have never experienced like a crash. I've never been starving. I'm like happy. I'm just like a happy person. It can like make you realize how these other diet plans have more harsh side effects than carb cycling. If you're eating like white fish and lettuce and that's your diet, like white fish, lettuce, some almonds, some mustard, like, and you're not really having like a variety, that gets boring. And I can tell you right now, that gets so boring. I've went through that before and it's terrible. That's why carb cycling is like more appealing, because you get to choose fun foods and you have those 2 low carb days where you're like, oh my god, I feel so lean, or like, oh my god, like I don't even have a stomach ache because I'm not eating a lot. And then you're looking forward to that high carb day because you want more carbs. So it could be more appealing. Don't go into full ketosis. If you don't know what ketosis is, look it up, because I'm not explaining it, because this is not a video about ketosis. Basically a keto diet, which is where you have no carbs, just carbs from veggies. You're probably under like 50 carbs, I think, I don't know, and your fats are like super high, because if you're eating low carb, you need higher fats. If you're eating higher fats, you need lower carbs. Carb cycling, you're not going into full ketosis. Your carb intake should always be from good healthy food choices, whole grains, oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, brown rice, stuff like that. Vegetables don't really count towards your carbs because they're just like a different type of carb, basically. They're not that starchy carb, they're just carbs from natural carbs. If you want to become like a healthier, if your main goal is to become a healthier and fitter person, and you just want to like better your life, you obviously aren't going to go eat 3 candy bars, because that's just not going to help you in the long run, right? Am I right? I mean, you're not just going to drink 4 Dr. Peppers a day or 5 Gatorades a day, because you want to become fitter and healthier and you want to have more energy. You don't want to crash from all that sugar. So you should always be getting your carbs from good carb sources, starchy carbs. Like I said, oatmeal, quinoa, sweet potatoes, yams, stuff like that. Eating, so obviously this is a no-brainer. Look at my eyes, they're like so... Eating food is a source of fuel. So if you're fueling your body with candy bars and soda and cake and pizza and burgers and fries every day, you ain't gonna be fueled, because you're just feeding your body with stuff that's gonna make you crash, basically. Like I said, if it's your first time carb cycling, you may experience withdrawal from sugar or the things you cut out. Overcome it. Don't give into it and be like, oh, just this one time, like I'm just gonna eat a Snickers this one time because I just need it. No, don't give in. Overcome it, and you will feel so much better about yourself and for the long run. Like, you'll feel so much better that you overcame that and didn't feed into the bullshit. Wean yourself off of the junk. Don't just cut it out. If that is what needs to happen for you, that's fine. Some people are like, okay, I can cut out fast food. I didn't wean myself off fast food. I just completely cut it out and I never craved it again. Now I think it's disgusting and I just can't stand it. So there's that person that can just do that, or there's that person that can wean themselves off because they have to have just a little bit of it because they don't have all that self-control yet, which is totally fine. You progress into something bigger and better. High carb days. So high carb days, say for like breakfast, you have oats. One thing I don't recommend is using packaged oats with like the sugar added to it, like the maple brown sugar oats. They do have Oat Fit, which is a good one. It has less sugar. I would stay away from those. I just use quick oats in the container because you can just weigh them out, heat them up, and you're good to go. I add egg whites to mine for more volume, shredded zucchini, and protein powder. Protein powder will help you get that extra protein in and will give you that extra flavor in your oats. That way you're not like, oh, but I need that sugary oats disgustingness. No. Use protein powder, like half a scoop or even less than half a scoop. It adds so much flavor. Or add stevia, cinnamon. Flavor God has good seasonings like donut seasoning and pumpkin pie. Like you can find so many seasonings at the store to like flavor your food. It's crazy. So look out for those. Don't give in to packaged oatmeal because packaged oatmeal is not good for you. You can add fruit if that's something that's on your meal plan. Add fruit. I personally can't add fruit, only on a high carb day, because fruit does contain lots of carbs from the natural sugars. Damn it. Sorry, my camera died, so I need to kind of hurry because my camera battery is really dead. Fruit to your oatmeal, if it is on your meal plan, then that's totally fine. That gives you a little boost of sugar too. On a low carb day, stick to eating lean protein and limited amount of fats. However many fats your coach tells you to, or if you're like tracking macros, just stick to that amount of fats because you have low carbs. Lean protein, chicken, fish, ground turkey, lean steak cuts too. I eat sirloin. Might be a little fattier, but only like once a week. It's not the time for burger gains, people, okay? Stay away from those. On a high carb day, those are your heavier. So here's like the key points in what we just talked about. High carb day is heavier lifting days, legs, glutes, HIIT, whatever. Your body depletes its stores of glycogen you work out. So restoring those after your workout is like a big part of recovery. Deadlifts, squats, deadlifts and squats require a tremendous amount of energy, so you need those carbs on high carb days. Storing glycogen is very important to recover. Reduce fat intake on a high carb day. You really don't need to ingest like a shit ton of fats on a high carb day because you're getting such a high amount of carbs that you don't need that high amount of fats along with it because it'll make you like feel sluggish and gross. If you feel like you're lagging in the gym, it may be because you are trying a new diet. So just overcome that. Make sure when you're carb cycling to stay at a caloric deficit, which means you burn more calories than you eat. Because if you are eating more calories than you burn, you will be more likely to store fat. Some people do one cheat meal a week. Some people do one cheat meal every other week. Just depends on how your body is, what your goals are. If you think you need a cheat meal, then have a cheat meal. If you're not like super strict with your eating and you're trying carb cycling, have a cheat meal, but get back on track. Like, don't feel guilty about it. Some people rely on cheat meals, and that's a really bad thing to do because if you're relying on cheat meals, you aren't progressing, I feel like. Like, for example, if I'm like, oh, well, I get a cheat meal in like a week, so all I have to do is do my stuff and I'll have a cheat meal and then I can do it again next week and next week and next week, then I'm not really focusing on progressing my body. I'm just focusing on that cheat meal, and I don't want to focus on that cheat meal. Cheat meals really just keep you motivated, basically. That's why people eat them. Another reason is because your body, like if you eat a cheat meal, it'll shock your body, so then your metabolism will run faster. Make sure to drink water. Get like a gallon a day or a gallon and a half. I think it's like, yeah, I don't know what the amount is per body pound, but make sure you're drinking a lot of water because it will help you digest all of that food. If you weigh yourself and you are weighing a little more on high carb days, it may be just water weight, so don't like freak out, because weighing yourself is like the #1 thing you don't want to do. Water weight will go away, sweat it out, you'll be totally fine. Sleep. You need your rest to recover. If you're not recovering, you're not performing well in the gym. So if you're not resting, then you're doing it wrong. You need sleep, okay? I get like 9 hours of sleep a day. Okay, maybe not 9, but I get like 8. And I'm talking really fast because I have to go. So I hope that kind of helped you guys. I can put some more info in the description box below. But yeah, so like I said in the beginning, go vote for me for Miss Health and Fitness if you are about it. Link is right here and in the description box. And on my Twitter, on my Snapchat, on my Instagram, on my Facebook. So yeah. I kind of like these informative videos because I feel like people who are just starting out in the fitness world might find it helpful. So, and like people who are looking for a new diet to try. I mean, carb cycling isn't really a diet. It's just like a way of, like it's kind of, I feel like it's more of like a flexible food plan. It's not really a diet because you're not, I mean, you're cutting out bad foods, but you're not like, oh my God, I can't have fruit, but like just whatever. So hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe for more. And yeah, have a good day.